as you look back on last season, for you personally, why did things not go the way you expected and everybody else expected for you?
There were a lot of factors. If you look at the season that we had last year as a team, I think overall, no one really did well from a coaching standpoint as well as players. We didn't have the season that we wanted to have. And it happens. It happens sometimes. Can't really put my finger on what really, in detail, what really went on. But it's done. It's over. Now we get an opportunity to move on and progress and look forward to the future.
I've come up with some theories, though, so that you can correct them and so that this year isn't like last year.
You know what? I'm not worried about it. Everything happens for a reason. Everything takes care of itself. And I'm very optimistic, as well as my teammates. There's no pessimists on this team, and that's what I like about it. I think we have a really good group of guys. The synergy's there, and everyone wants to do well, not just from a player standpoint, but the coaches. They're very determined. They're willing to give us their all and do what they can to help us win games around here, and that's what it's about. And the beauty of it is that we've had some things go on this season where we've had some guys like Patrick Willis, Anthony Davis. We had them guys go on and retire and move on. So that tells me that tomorrow's not promised. You got to enjoy the moment. You got to enjoy it all because you never know when your time is up. And if you look at Patrick Willis, he didn't really get a chance to put his best foot forward because he didn't know that he was going to retire. I mean, you just don't know. So you got to just live in the moment, love each and every bit of it, give it your all. Every time you step on the field, whether it's practice, whether it's game time, give it your all. Do everything that you possibly can to get better and better each and every day, and make sure that you leave a great legacy when it's all said and done. And every morning that I wake up and every night that I go to bed, I think about guys like Patrick Willis, and it just gives me fire, and it just adds a chip to me that I didn't know I had. It just gives me more fuel, and very appreciative. And they say that when things like that happen, when you go through adversity and you face trials and tribulations, be thankful for it because it can be something that can work in your favor. And I'm very, very thankful for the past experiences that we've had.
Vernon, on that note, have you thought about how much longer you want to play? You're going into your 10th season. You're the longest tenured guy on this team.
Mm-hmm.
How much longer beyond this season do you see yourself?
Well, right now, the way I feel like a rookie. I feel like I did when I first walked in here. I feel faster, I feel explosive. I just feel great overall. I feel like I have a lot of youth, and I guess that's what that's what it looks like when you take care of yourself, take care of your body, eat right, and really do your research on just the human body, and that's what I've been doing. I've been taking care of myself and doing as much due diligence as possible to really make sure that I'm at the top and I'm at my best.
Some of the guys have said that the way Coach Tom Sula has the schedule, where you guys are starting a little later in the day, may be a real benefit to recovery and rest and just getting things done during the day. What's your take on that, and how much do you appreciate him being open to those ideas?
I think it's good. I think he's generous. I think he's the coach. Whatever he says, I'm willing. I'm sure my teammates are willing and able to delve in and do whatever he asks. For me at this point right now, it doesn't really matter what he asks me to do or what he asks us to do. I'm sure as a team and myself personally, I'm up for the challenge. Whatever he wants, that's what I'm here for.
Do you feel rejuvenated? I mean, last year you didn't take part in any of the off-season stuff. This year, you were, day one to the very end. Do you feel like a sense of urgency with your career? Or why did you decide this year that you needed to be in here all the time?
You know what? Last year I had a lot of people in my ear, particularly I had an advisor who kept telling me that, hey, you should try to get a new contract, this and that, blah, blah. And as my fiduciary, I feel like he was right about a lot of things. So I listened to him, I took his advice. But during the course of that season, I had a chance to really think about it. I was like, what am I doing? I said, I don't play this game for money. That's not why I play. It's good. It's good to have that, to be rewarded and things, but what am I doing? I had to take a chance to really step back and look at some of the things that I was doing and some of the people that I was listening to. But I don't play this game for money. I play for the love of the game. I play for the moment. And that's all we have. We have one day at a time, and that's all you can do is take it one step at a time, one day at a time. And it frustrates me at this point because I was actually doing something just so I can get paid. But that's not who I am. That's not what I stand for. I don't do anything for money. I don't let money represent me, and that's just not me. I play for the love of the game, and that's the beauty about this sport, is that it's lots of love. You have teammates, you have coaches, you have people who are going to be there for you, people who are going to ride with you through thick and thin, and But the great thing about it is that I get another opportunity, and what you saw this offseason is just me being determined to be great, me being determined to be here to help my teammates win and put it all on the line.
Two-part question. Do you still have that person working you, or is he still an advisor to you? And the second
You know
part,
what? I fired that person because he worships money. That's not what I worship.
who was that?
I'd rather not talk about it. Let him keep his, identity disclosed.
Do you
Make that
think
realization.
do you think that had an impact on not having a good regular season?
No, it's a lot of factors. Like I said, I don't want to disclose his identity, but there's a lot of factors. It's not about one man. One man, I can't go out here and win this game by myself. It takes a group of guys. It takes a team. You have to depend on other guys to help you. I can't go out here and do it myself. It had nothing to do with me, as a whole. I feel like there was a lot of things that were done incorrectly that needed to be addressed. And as a product, what's happening right now, the structure of the team, the infrastructure, everything that has happened and went on, seems like everything is in place right now the way it's supposed to be. When things go wrong, you're supposed to fix it. And as a organization, as a wonderful organization, as the 49ers, I feel like they've done everything that they could possibly do to correct some of the problems that we were up against last year.
Last one, guys.
Vernon, when did you make that realization, during the course of last season, and when you kind of part ways with that person and kind of move forward?
I realized it, I guess before the season started. Pretty much before the season started, I realized it. And like I said before, it happens. It's just something you have to go through, unfortunately. I had to go that way, but we all face challenges and situations where we're in the midst of a problem or just just an experience that we don't really want to be in. But at some point, somehow, some way, we find the good out of it, and that's the great thing about life. You run into situations and you have problems, but eventually you find the good, and everything works itself out for the good eventually, especially for those who listen and who want to be on a good track.
That ended before the season began. You parted ways with him before the season began.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Thanks, Vernon.
Okay.
Thanks, Vernon.